Alrighty, well, thank you very much. What a good crowd we have for her recital. So, Christina Vadi was in kinder music with me. I believe she started when she was about 3 years old, and she went through the whole program, and she graduated, as several others here did, and immediately began taking piano lessons with me. And of course, she started the Suzuki method, as her older brothers did as well. And she has just been a delight to teach. Just prim and proper and polite and works hard. She's always been such a hard worker. I don't think you'll ever see any X's up there on the chart for her, and she has 5 days in every week. So she has been a very diligent student, and you will see that today as she plays 17 songs from memory to a fun little story that some of you have heard before. So without further ado, I will introduce to you Christina Vadi. Turn it on you. There you go. Living in the kingdom of hearts. Long, long ago in a faraway land, there was the kingdom of hearts. They called it the kingdom of hearts because everyone in this land had a loving heart. In this land lived the beautiful Princess Christina and her charming Prince Allegro. One morning, Prince Allegro decided to sleep in a little later than usual and was very startled when he was awakened by the castle's cuckoo clock. Jumped out of bed, dressed, and quickly ran down the royal stairs to look for Princess Christina. To his surprise, she was nowhere to be found. When he didn't know where else to look, he went to the royal servant. Miss Claire de Lune, have you seen Princess Christina? I saw her this morning down by the royal gardens next to the river. Where did she go from there? Asked Prince Allegro. I don't know, but I thought I heard a lot of commotion going on down there, and I heard Princess Christina crying. But when I looked out the window, she was gone, and all of the children had run off to play with their little playmates. I know. I'll go back. She could have been. Earlier in the day, she saw Princess Christina leading the children in some French children's songs. Where could Princess Christina be? Something must be wrong. At that moment, a message was delivered by the royal messenger that Princess Christina had been kidnapped by King Chantarab from the kingdom of Ik on the other side of the river. Get the carriage and let's head for the kingdom of Ik on the other side of the river. Oh no. But look, cried the messenger, King Chantarab and his people have burned down the bridge. How sad. London Bridge has fallen down. Grab the canoe. We'll have to row over. As they got into the canoe, Prince Allegro started rowing as fast as he could. Oops, they almost tipped over. Careful, cried the messenger. Canoes are tricky. Don't row fast. Lightly row. Just lightly row. To the kingdom of Ik, King Chantarab was waiting for them. Prince Allegro firmly stated, "Give me back Princess Christina at once." But the King Chantarab said, "Not until you give us all of Princess Christina's precious jewels." Oh dear, we have to get back Princess Christina, but she will be heartbroken to lose all her jewels. We have to get her back. So back across the river they rowed. And when they got back to shore, Who was waiting for them but one of the cheerful little neighborhood boys, Allegretto I. Waiting to see if Princess Christina had come back with them. Then Prince Allegro and the messenger told him how King Chantarab wanted all of Princess Christina's jewels in return for her. We've come back to get them now. At that moment, down from the castle came running one of the neighborhood children, exclaiming, "Remember the Christmas Day secret I had for everyone back in December? Well, it finally came true." Christmas Day was when we all found out that a new royal lamb was going to be born, and today it happened. Mary had a little lamb. Everyone was so happy about the new baby lamb, but so worried about getting back Princess Christina. "Well," said Prince Allegro, "let's go get all the jewels now so we can—" All at once, Allegretto I exclaimed, "Wait, don't go yet, I have an idea. Stay right here until I get back." No one knew what he could possibly have in mind, but they waited patiently. Soon back he came with his twin brother, Allegretto II, who was in very high spirits. Allegretto II was carrying a large box that appeared to be very heavy. When he opened it up, it was full of what seemed to be all of Princess Christina's jewels. Allegretto II explained that he had always admired Princess Christina's jewels when she wore them, and he had made himself a hobby of making jewels that looked just like hers. Of course, the gold and silver was not real, and the stones were just pretty rocks, but they held a remarkable resemblance to Princess Christina's real jewels. "Why don't you take these to King Chantarab, and maybe he'll be happy with them," said Allegretto II. "Well, it's worth a try," said Prince Allegro. "Thank you very much." So off they went across the river back to the kingdom of Ik. But this trip was even harder than the first because a honeybee kept swarming around the canoe. When they finally got to the kingdom of Ik, they went directly to King Chantarab. Here are the jewels. Now may we please have Princess Christina back? King Chantarab looked in the box. He looked up and said, "Are these really Princess Christina's jewels?" Prince Allegro sighed and said, "Well, I cannot tell a lie. No, they are not. They are replicas made by one of our friends. I know it wasn't right for me to tell a lie, but it also wasn't right for you to kidnap Princess Christina and demand all her jewels. These are beautiful. Would you be willing to take these instead?" Chantarab hung his head and said, "To be honest, I can't take any of the jewels, real or fake. I found Princess Christina to be so loving and kind, no matter what I said, that I think she softened my heart. I'm starting to see what wonderful people you all really are. Servants, release Princess Christina." And out she walked. Everyone was so happy. Then Prince Allegro saw the sadness on King Chantarab's face. "Keep the imitation jewels as a reminder of our time together, Chantarab, and your new lease on an honest life." Then Chantarab and Prince Allegro vowed to rebuild London Bridge together. So into the canoe and across the river they rode. All at once, a robin flew by Prince Allegro. "Oh my, the birds are singing and the bees are flying. We must be saying hello to spring and goodbye to winter and goodbye to the kingdom of Ik." When they got back to the Kingdom of Hearts, everyone in the kingdom was waiting for them. Did it work? Did it work? Did King Chantarab think Allegretto II's jewels were real? They were asking. Even better, they said. And they continued to tell the story of how Princess Christina had shown kindness to King Chantarab, and she had changed his heart. Then Princess Christina gave Allegretto II one of her real precious jewels to keep for his very own, to thank him for his help. Then the royal messenger said, "Go tell Aunt Rhody to fix the prince and princess's favorite dinner tonight, fajita chicken." After dinner, Princess Christina joyfully played with their new royal lamb, and she and Prince Allegro fell to sleep, listening to the beautiful sounds of their favorite love song, Musette.